All right, as people move back to outdoor running, we're getting to know Bart Yasso. He is called the mayor of running and author of this, it's an incredible book, 100 Runs of a Lifetime and the World's Ultimate Races and Trails. It's from National Geographic, so you know it's going to be gorgeous. It is gorgeous. Bart joins us now with Author's Note to talk about the book. And first of all, the most obvious question, the mayor of running. How did you become known as the mayor of running?
Yeah, thank you for having me, Rebecca. I don't know how I got that moniker, Mayor of Running, but it started many years ago, like 30 years ago, and I took it on as an honor. Everywhere I went, people started calling me the Mayor of Running. And then maybe that's why National Geo reached out to me to author this book, which is a book on a global scale of the sport of running.
So you have a distinction. You've completed races on 7 continents. So you really are unique to be qualified to do this, have this perspective. So how do you narrow it down? I mean, the world is a beautiful place. How did you put this together, this collection?
Rebecca, it's brutal to narrow it down because when I first started looking at all the places I've run, and one of the most memorable of those runs, I had a list of 200. And then I had to whittle it down to 150, get it down to 125, and really arduous to get it down to actually equal 100.
It seems very arduous. I like though this, you've got your races, your official, you've got your 10Ks, your 5Ks, your marathons, but there's also just places to run, which I really also like. You don't necessarily have to get sign up and get a tag and all that kind of stuff. Talk about what's one of your most memorable kind of, it wasn't a race, but boy, I can't believe I'm getting to see this while I'm running.
Yeah, great question, Rebecca. Congrats to Toledo that just hosted the 48th running of the Glass City Marathon this past weekend.
Excellent. Thanks for the shout out.
But I do love that section where it's time and do it. So there's a lot in there that come to mind. The one that when I first started that category, the one I remember the most is Napali Coast on the island of Kauai in Hawaii. And another one that it just stuck in my head was a run I did in Darjeeling, India, which is a beautiful, beautiful town. And then outside of Darjeeling, I did this trail run that went from a town called Manapajang to another town called Sandafu. And Sandafu is high up in the mountains, high up in the Himalaya. And when you get to Sandafu, there's a little overlook that you can hang out at, and you can see 4 of the 5 highest mountains in the world from that little lookout. That was pretty special.
It seems like a life-altering moment to be able to do that. So
I would say so.
You've also got trails, so this kind of leads into trail running is becoming more and more popular. What would be your suggestion in here to look for, for trail running ideas?
Yeah, now the trail running is really taken off, and most of the a high percentage of the trail runs are in what they call the ultra distance, which is a distance longer than 26.2. 50 kilometers, 31 miles, 100 kilometers, 62 miles, and then 100-mile runs are popular. Now they actually go up to, there's some races that are 200 miles, if you can believe that. But you got to start out where you are, what level you are in running. If you're new to running, you shouldn't start out with a 50-kilometer trail run. They do have trail runs that are only 5K, 10K long. And you should train a little bit on the trails, not just on the roads in your own town, wherever you're training. And then you'll get used to the trails. And trail running is unique, and it's beautiful because you usually pick beautiful locations to run trail runs.
So what is left on your personal bucket list for one of your runs that maybe it's not even in the book, but what you're like, I want to do that one?
Rebecca, this keeps me up at night. There's in the category of runs, not a race, there's a run where you can go to the Grand Canyon and run what they call rim to rim to rim. You can run from the south rim to the north rim, back to the south rim, approximately 48 miles.
I know someone who's done that one.
All in. What's that?
I know someone who's done that one. It's amazing.
Okay, so you're already. So I was in the Grand Canyon, ran them to the rim trail and down a little bit into the canyon. And the next day I was going to do the rim to rim to rim. And it snowed so much they closed the park and closed the trails. So I waited another day and it snowed more.
Yeah.
So I, it's one of those things I got to do it. And it's in the book. I challenge myself. There's a couple other runs in the book that I haven't done, or actual races that I haven't done. So I challenge myself with the own book. I got to get out there and complete it.
Don't we all, right? So this is the best book to kind of inspire you. 100 Runs of a Lifetime. Before I go, I want you to check out the Glen Arbor Solstice Run. Google that. But thank you so much, Bart. And
Oh, I will Google that, Rebecca.
do
Thank
it.
you.
Do it. All right. This book is available where all
Yeah.
fine books are sold. 100 Runs of a Lifetime. Thank you, Bart.
Thank you, Rebecca.
All right. I'm thinking I want to take a run today, right? Maybe not. After the break, we're learning more.